Good morning and welcome. I'm Karen. This is Veronica's Dreams Coaching and Tarot. Hope you all are doing fantastic this morning. It is Saturday. It's our daily reading. I'm going to stick with the Barbieri for today. I was thinking about changing up, but I think I'll do that later. Taking a look at current situation and the influences around that. And let's get started. I'm going to give it a couple more shuffles. It's really kind of gloomy here, rainy. Oh, well. Okay, I was up way too early this morning, so I think I'm going to take a nap. Current situation is 10 of Wands, present influence, 5 of Swords, future influence, 4 of Swords, unexpected. Wow, 5 of Cups, rough day today. Challenge, King of Swords, strength, 3 of Pentacles. Where does this lead? Hangman, Page of Swords, lots of swords, and the Devil. Okay, advice, High Priestess, Empress is at the bottom of the deck. We had Empress in our reading yesterday. I think it was in the future influence. So, whatever this Empress is about taking care of either yourself or someone or even a situation, because the Empress can be just literally about nurturing a situation. Just looking at all the cards, because they're not easy, right? We've got the 10 of Wands, the 5 of Swords, the 5 of Cups, and unexpected. Even the 4 of Swords is easier, but these cards are not super easy. I will say that. So I do feel like whatever it is you are trying to overcome right now, it's like really hard. I do feel like, though, with the 10 of Wands, and I do always feel this way, it is an ending, like the ending of the struggle, but it is at a point too where it's like, like overload. With the 4 of Swords in the future, I feel like that's good because there's healing happening. At least that's influencing. So that's good. But I think right now in this moment, there might be some struggle happening. And the struggle being, it feels heavy, it feels hard. And it doesn't feel fair. So I got that with the 5 of Swords. Like, this just doesn't feel fair. That could be just like what you're thinking. Like, this just doesn't feel fair, or this isn't fair, or, the 5 of Swords is about that, like fighting unfairly or cheating or something of that nature. But it's like, this feels so hard. And then whatever you're doing to fight it feels like something keeps holding you back. And we have the High Priestess, though, in our advice, and I think it's looking a little deeper. So we'll get into that. Let's clarify this. What's going on here? Let me shuffle these. So let's clarify the 5 of Swords. What is this influence about? Because I think that's what's really kind of causing the 10 of Wands feeling of burden. And this is not, it's something you can get out of, and it's happening, but I'm curious too about that Devil card. What the heck, right? Tell me about the 5 of Swords. 9 of Wands, Page of Swords, Page of Pentacles. Yeah, you know what it feels to me? It's like a fight between 9 of Wands. Okay, so that is about, hanging in there. You're almost there, but you're tired, which is obvious with the 10 of Wands. But the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Swords, The fight is these two energies of really wanting something quickly versus having the patience for it. And there's something here that says you need to have the patience, but you don't. Like you don't want to because you've worked so hard and there's been a lot of energy put into it. So it's like, no, now. And that's what the Five of Swords is. I'm sorry. It's the fight between these two energies. The fight between I want it now and no, it needs some work still. So I feel like that's kind of what's happening here in the now. And that's why it's a burden though, because how do you deal with that? Like you're working hard at it and I need it because that Nine of Wands and Ten of Wands is tired energy. There's no doubt about it. You've pushed almost too much, right? Almost too far because the wands have a ton of energy. So when you get to the end of those, it's like, I'm tired. Is there anything more we need to know about the Ten of Wands? Tell me more about the Ten of Wands, please. Mm-hmm. Sun, Page of Pentacles again, and Queen of Cups. Yeah, there's something you're really trying to find happiness here. The joy with the Page of Pentacles is that energy. See, you want it now, but it's going to take. You have to continue to work at it, and I feel like though too with the Queen of Cups is it does mean a lot to you, but it's not going to happen overnight. It's just not. It's you got to continue to work, but that's why it's hard. It makes sense. So this really kind of is a deeper feeling. Having that sun clarifying that Ten of Wands, that's not easy. We have the Four of Swords in the future influence, and this is, taking the time to heal. And I feel like you're going to go easier on yourself here in the next couple days. You're going to allow yourself to let these things happen. The Four of Swords isn't just about healing, though. It's about stepping back, relax, not on the Rider White, the swords are coming down. If he gets up, he gets stabbed. It's like a forced rest. And I feel like that's what this is. It's a rest. It's just a break. And you need it because that Ten of Wands, you absolutely 100% need that energy. So the Five of Cups is in the unexpected. And I do like with this card, I feel a little differently. It's like, how dare you? So it is a disappointment, but what is this about and unexpected? Because I almost feel like even though it's a disappointment, it feels to me, and we'll see, but it feels to me like a learning moment, like where you're, yeah, I'm disappointed, but instead of just taking it and dealing with it, being all empressy and being okay, no, I'm not okay with this. I'm kind of tired of it, actually, is what I get the feeling. So let's see what this Five of Cups is like. Maybe that's very specific to somebody in particular, but let's see. Five of Cups, please. Seven of Cups. Yeah, karma and this, that's the Emperor? Yeah. So there could be a surprise come in about a choice you have about reuniting with somebody that may be having control. So this isn't for everybody, but this could be, and it's like, you disappointed me before. Do I want you to do that again? That's what I'm getting. Now for that might be very specific because if you have an emperor person in your life, and that doesn't have to be male, but what that is a controlling, someone who really takes charge of a relationship. So if that's the case, but I feel like you're second guessing it if it's going to be reunited with the Judgment. But I feel like too, for some of you, you're at a point where I feel like this Five of Cups is not being disappointed. It's saying, I am not going to be disappointed anymore. I realize I have choices. I can whether, something comes back around or whether I revisit the situation, and I have control over it. And I don't have to be disappointed. It's like almost standing up to the disappointment is what's unexpected, not being disappointed, but no, I'm not going to let that happen anymore. It's like strength. Yeah, I really feel like it's a lot of strength here. I got these all upside down. And so our challenge is the King of Swords. I am going to clarify this guy. It could be someone that has sharp words, but it also could be direction. It could be just sometimes when I see the King of Swords in the challenge, it is about either being upfront with your words and your communication, in taking control of that because it's the king, having that control, or it's somebody that's not very nice, or doesn't think before they speak. And they're important to you because it's a king energy. So it's not like just some Joe Blow, it's someone that means something to you. Tell me more about this King of Swords. 10 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles, and there's those 5 of Swords again. That 10 of Wands again with the 2 of Pentacles. So this is part of the challenge. So the 2 of Pentacles being in the middle of that, I feel like is saying that this might be the person that you're trying to kind of stay away from. And I don't even know if it's stay away from, but deal with in a different way. And I feel like they might be coming back around, and that's what's causing you a little bit of harsh. It's hard. It's very hard. So we have the 3 of Pentacles in the strength. Now, when I look at this 3 of Pentacles, I think 2 things. I think she's got total focus, but it's also, camaraderie and working together, because that's the 3 of Pentacles. So I do want to know more about this 3 of Pentacles. Tell me more about this 3 of Pentacles. Tell me more about the 3 of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles, High Priest, Hierophant, 6 of Wands. I feel like I feel like it is focus, because you've realized you've needed to take a different route. And I feel like, though, there is some kind of commitment that you're recognizing here. I feel like this is like your focus is on point. You know exactly what you need to do. The 5 of Pentacles, yeah, the church didn't work for me last time. I'm going to try something different here. The Hierophant, taking control, committing to a situation, almost like a higher power feeling as well. And then the 6 of Wands, you might be even being recognized in a situation which is going to help you in the future. But I feel like it's more about you understanding a situation deeper, having the deeper recognition, having the commitment to take a different route, being upfront and saying, no, I'm going to take a different route here. And the Hangman, right? So we have the Hangman, which is looking at things differently, taking a different perspective, which is where this all leads. And that's good, because you're saying, no, I'm going to look at this differently, which means you're going to handle it differently. And any situation that comes back around with that, we had that Judgment card, needs, especially if it wasn't the best, but it's obviously important to you, because it wouldn't be on your mind, that it takes a different perspective. So Ace of Pentacles, High Priestess, and 5 of Wands. We've had every 5. But it's asking you to look at this. Yeah, it's like this is the Hangman, thinking about a new opportunity, using your inner voices. So I feel like you're going to be doing that. There's a new opportunity, but I feel like there's a conflict here, because you are going to really have to use your use your patience almost, and trust yourself on making this decision. because this is going to be a conflict. So there's some kind of new opportunity that's starting here, a new beginning of some sort, or a new, it could be even an offer or a new opportunity. I don't feel like it's an offer because it's not a knight or a page. It's more of a actual opportunity coming in. And you are conflicted about it. So you're sitting in hangman mode right now. So whatever this opportunity is has something to do with the situation. You're going, okay, how do I move forward with this? I need to think about it. I need to take a moment. And then it leads to the Page of Swords, which, to me can be an aha moment, but it also can be a message and it also can be learning. So there's things with this page that can be. So I'm going to clarify it because it leads to the Devil. So I'm curious as to exactly what this page is. I feel like it could be, let's see, it could also be someone watching you, actually. Four of Wands, Nine of Swords, Ace of Wands. No, I think you're very clear on what you need to do. So the Four of Wands, Nine of Swords, Ace of Wands. Like there's some kind of, it's a celebration, but I feel like the Four of Wands here is more like that understanding the work you do. So the Three of Wands, right, is about seeing the work that you do come to fruition. The Four of Wands comes after that. The Four of Wands is about celebrating the rewards that you worked so hard for. And I feel like that has to do with something that has caused anxiety. The Ace of Wands is grabbing hold of something new and saying, no, I'm going to do this a new way. Now we've had two ace clarifiers in this, where this all leads. So you are working through this. You are allowing yourself for a new opportunity. The Devil, though, what is this about? Because this is, the Devil, and he is about, being stuck on a situation, being attached to something, addiction, um, control. It could be control. It could be someone or something in your life that's, you're attached to. It could be, it could be something or someone. So it could be an idea. It could be a situation. It could be attached to a certain outcome, anything like that. Tell me more about this Devil, please. Ace of Wands, Nine of Wands. There's that King of Swords. Yeah. Yeah. So so for some of you, that's a person. That King of Swords is definitely a person, and this Devil is definitely a person where there feels like a new opportunity, hence the Page of Swords. The Nine of Wands is letting us know this is hard. Like, this is hard. So I feel like this person comes back around. I'm not going to read any further. Excuse me, sorry. But I feel like that's exactly what this is because of the Ace of Wands. But it could mean too, like there's going to be some passion, but it's not going to come easy. Nine of Wands, King of Swords is, I feel like in this case, it's somebody. So, and that, that somebody is the King of Swords up there, the challenge. And again, it's a challenge because it's the Devil. So whoever this person is to you is someone you're attached to, and you are working through this. I think however it comes out is up to you, to be honest with you, because we have the High Priestess. You know the answers. You know exactly what you need to do. You know exactly what you need to do. It's up to you to do it. Listen to your inner voice. Listen to what you're telling yourself, your higher self. Also it doesn't hurt to ask for guidance as well. Pay attention to signs as well, because when we see this, it says pay attention to those signs, and it could be something as blatant as I don't know. It could be anything. It could be anything. I can't think of any ideas, but watch for signs because the signs are going to help you get the answers. And when I look at the hangman, that's at the point where you're in a position of looking at this in different perspectives where, keeping your eye open for signs from the universe, your spirit guides, um, however you see that. So there's your reading for today. Yeah, we can pull 3 more cards. Is there anything else we need to know about this? Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, and King of Wands. So yeah, this is definitely some a situation. So when I see it going from Queen of Wands to King of Wands with Queen of Pentacles in the middle, there's something here about this situation where it has a lot of passion and energy. Um, but having that Queen of Pentacles there, part of there's an energy too of what about stability? What about, that what about that? But I feel like if you go from that energy, like leading into this, it might be okay. But there's a lot of passion here. I mean, 2 queens and a king. Uh, it's a lot of energy. It's a lot of control too. So maybe the situation is 2 people that are very much in charge of who they are, right? Because once you've hit the queen and king stage, a lot of times I look, especially wands and pentacles, especially pentacles, so just really watch out for that. I think that's an interesting ending to this. So there you have your reading for today. I hope you liked it. Let me know. Take care. Have a beautiful day.